Roundup, Himanga, of why pharma is making the headlines this morning. Lots of news flow coming in the sector. Tell you what, Pankaj Podar, my colleague, gives us a quick roundup, and then we'll start off our discussion around the pharma sector. Pankaj?
Right, let's just look at what's happening in the pharma space, and let's start with Biocon Mylan. So if you look at Biocon Mylan had a con call. They did not particularly mention anything adverse about launches of biosimilar, where Biocon is the partner, and that is something which the street has taken positively. 4th of June is when they have their key target date action for US FDA, PIDFRIL, and that is something to watch out for. Apart from that, Jubilant Life will be a stock that will be in focus now. They declared numbers just within closing hours of our markets yesterday. Post that, they had a con call where the management has guided for a better second half FY19 versus H119. They are saying that the tax rate would be close to 26% for the next year, which is slightly higher. Overall, they have guided for positive pharma business. They have one of the listings pending and they are evaluating options, but in FY19 they are hopeful that their pharma business will get listed either in Singapore or into the US. So let's see what comes out of this entire space. It's a stock which has been rallying going into the numbers, but numbers just came in like 2-3 minutes before the closing, and that's why the reaction would happen today. In fact, in the con call, the big investor Rakesh Jhunjhunwala also quizzed the management about key products, the outlook in US. Let's listen in.
And sir, how is there is a recovery in the generic business in America? As you said, 25% quarter-on-quarter growth. Has that come because of some new introductions or primarily because of better prices?
In case of the generic business, growth has come mainly due to the product rationalization, where many of the large players, because of the consolidation in the supply chain system,
Right.
Are moving out from few of the products where we see the opportunities in some of the pockets. We have also increased the capacity utilization in this plant, and due to that we have been able to place higher volume.
Both are because of volume growth and because of better price.
Yeah, better price in some of the products.
Right.
Yeah.
In the pharma business,
We have a lot of traction in the Ruby field, and as of now our installations are going as per the plan what we had made. We haven't seen letdown anywhere in the Ruby field. So we are quite happy and satisfied with the growth.
All right, Himang, come in on the pharma sector. There's, of course, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala quizzing the Jubilant management, given his holding in the business. What do you make of, the kind of, the kind of approach that the market is taking to pharma stocks? Essentially, it's each stock for itself.
Absolutely, Tanveer. If you see the performance of the companies over the past 2 or 3 quarters, we are seeing a good amount of positive momentum across stocks like Cipla, Biocon, to some extent Natco Pharma, and off late Jubilant Life. But the large pharma companies are not showing any kind of a strength per se. So we've been maintaining that stance that wherever the dependence on the US markets is less, and wherever there is an India specific growth opportunity, or the companies are working on spaces like biosimilars, that is where there is going to be a comfort in terms of the growth and visibility, and which is why we like companies like Biocon, Cipla, which has a very little exposure to US, and it has its own strong story in the Indian market and in the inhaler business, where you will see a good amount of traction building up. And we think that this entire trend of stock specific approach would continue for the next, let's say 2 or 3 quarters, because we don't think that the pricing pressure in the environment in US for pharma companies is going to improve. So we continue to have a positive bias for Cipla, Natco Pharma and Biocon at this point of time.